I'd rather not. Give me surname. What's your collar number? Are you recording?
Am I recording? Yes, I am recording.
Why didn't you tell me?
Okay.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I've only just started recording.
You put it on in the car, didn't you?
Okay, I've only just started recording.
Right, well you need to tell.
We're going to detain you for the purpose of a search. Okay.
You never told me. You never told me why you were.
Cameras on me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're supposed to tell people.
Alright, I'm not comfortable you being on police premises whilst.
Couldn't care less whether you're comfortable or not.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
This is a tyrant here, people.
Okay. What's your
She's
name,
going to
sir?
search us. It's none of your business.
It is my business.
No, it's
You're
not.
on police
Trust me,
premises.
it's
taking
none of your
photographs
business.
and videos.
Trust me, it's none of your business.
Watch out, buddy.
Really isn't any of your business. It's a public place. I can take pictures. Come on then, off you go.
Detained under
43.
Section 43.
Yeah.
Search under the Terrorism Act. So on PC Lynch based at the police station.
From the very beginning, this encounter takes a wrong turn. The female officer quickly detains Matt simply because she says she feels uncomfortable with him filming outside the police station. That reason has no legal basis and immediately raises questions about her understanding of the law. Feeling uncomfortable is not a lawful reason to detain someone, especially under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. The situation becomes even more concerning when another officer tries to explain the legal power they are using but struggles to remember the correct section. Before he can finish, Matt names Section 43 himself, showing that he understands the law better than the officers detaining him. This moment speaks for itself. The officers appear unsure about the legal powers they are using, which is a serious problem. Section 43 can only be used when there is a reasonable suspicion that a person is involved in terrorism. It cannot be based on someone's personal feelings, the fact that a person is carrying a camera, or someone peacefully standing in a public place.
Can I get a copy of that?
Put your arm down. No, don't
I'll put that there. Excuse me, I'm entitled to film, okay?
You're not. I'm asking you
If I want to film your personal cars, I can. There's no law against
I'm
it.
asking you to leave.
And I wouldn't have done. Don't touch me, I'm on public. Get
It
lost.
doesn't matter that you're on public.
Say
Okay,
hello to-
keep walking away.
No, I can be here if I want to be. All right, you're going to get yourself in deep trouble, lass.
Okay.
If you touch me, deep
Why?
trouble because
Why?
I'm not doing anything wrong. You've searched me. You're satisfied.
We've told you
I'm
to
stood
stop
here.
filming our vehicles
I'm allowed to. You're
and
not
our
allowed to do
personal
that.
cars,
You're not allowed to
okay?
do that.
So please leave.
You're not allowed to do that.
Why,
No, I
why
won't.
are you here then?
Because I feel like it. Catching tyrants like you and him. I will stand here and I will get every single personal car now, whereas I wouldn't have before.
Would you? Okay.
Excuse me. Right, this is the story. Deep trouble. Deep trouble. Deep. Say goodbye to your job.
After the search finds nothing suspicious, you would expect the officer to end the encounter. Instead, she escalates the situation even further. Matt simply continues filming, which he has every legal right to do. Rather than respecting that right, the officer begins pushing both him and his camera. To this point, it no longer looks like she is enforcing the law. Instead, it appears she is trying to force Matt to leave. This is where the real problem begins. When officers no longer have a valid legal reason to continue an encounter, some choose pressure and physical intimidation instead of following proper procedure. What makes this even more concerning is that the search had already answered the question. The officer searched Matt, found nothing illegal, and should have ended the stop there. But because Matt calmly stood his ground and refused to give in, the situation became personal. This was no longer about public safety or security. It became about control. Unable to justify her actions through the law, the officer turned to physical force instead.
These guys won't open the door now because they've just assaulted me outside the police station and took my phone off me. Because I was filming the cars. Well, love, this is what it gets you. Make a note of every single one of them, and that's that stupid cow that works there, but not for much longer. Well done, Ben, you were absolutely right. That was pretty much one of the most shocking ones I've ever come across. Actually assaulted on the public land and had my phone stolen off me, and they've just got themselves in a whole heap of trouble. And yes, I will be pursuing this one, make no mistake about it. A lot of the ones where I get a bit of aggro off them, I tend not to do anything. It takes something special, and this is a special one.
Fortunately, Matt didn't let this clear abuse of power go unanswered. He contacted HNK, took legal action, and successfully won compensation for the unlawful search and the unnecessary physical force used against him. It was an important result that showed public authorities can be held accountable for their actions. Later, when a viewer asked how much compensation he received, Matt jokingly replied, "Millions." It was clearly a joke, and the actual settlement was most likely a few £1,000s. Even so, the case highlights an important issue. The money did not come from the officer responsible. Instead, it came from public funds, meaning taxpayers ultimately covered the cost of the officer's mistakes. That is the real concern. Officers can unlawfully detain, search, push, or violate someone's rights, yet often face little or no personal financial consequence. Instead, the system quietly pays the compensation using public money. And if you think Matt's experience was shocking, wait until you see what happened to Mr. Auditor. He also took legal action, won his case, and later revealed the compensation he received.
What is?
This is here, come on.
Oh, I didn't know. The gate was open.
Well, follow me then.
Well, I've recorded what I needed anyway, so no problem.
Come on then.
I am doing.
Alright.
You're very impatient.
This is private property and you're recording. These are private vehicles.
They are private vehicles, and I am coming. I walked slower than you.
Faster than that a minute ago.
I know, but my legs are aching now.
Come on.
My legs are aching, just give me a minute. Have a bit of compassion for people who's got bad legs.
Come on. You've slowed right down now. Come on.
You sound like you're talking to a dog, you know. Come on, come on.
It's trespassing. Can I ask you what you're doing, sir?
You can ask me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you right there. What are you doing? Yes, please. Can I ask you what your name is?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, you're currently trespassing on police property. Can I ask you what your name is?
You can ask me, yeah, I'm not telling
Okay, so
you.
what's your name?
I'm not telling you.
What's your name and your date of birth?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, why not?
Mr. Auditor was already leaving the police car park exactly as he had been asked. He remained calm, caused no trouble, and was even being escorted by an officer. The situation was effectively over. However, another officer suddenly arrived, immediately accused him of trespassing, and demanded his personal details without first understanding what had happened. The encounter changed the moment that officer stepped in. Instead of assessing the facts, he jumped to conclusions. Simply walking into a police car park through an open gate with no clear warning signs is not automatically a criminal offense. At most, it may be treated as a civil trespass. Mr. Auditor complied with the request to leave, showed no aggression, made no threats, and did not refuse any lawful instruction. Despite this, the second officer continued demanding Mr. Auditor's name and date of birth. At that point, the issue no longer appeared to be about enforcing the law. It became about asserting authority. When Mr. Auditor calmly chose not to provide his personal details, the officer did not try to calm the situation or reconsider his approach. Instead, he escalated the encounter even further.
Okay, can you explain to me why you're trespassing on police property?
Well, the gate was open, I didn't see any signs, and it looked like it was public.
So,
If it's not public, then I'll leave.
excuse me, what?
If it's not public, then I will leave.
It's
Okay.
not public, fella. There's plenty of signs on the gate that says police property.
The gate was open, I didn't see the sign. So, anyway, like I say, I mean, if it's not public, then I'll leave.
I'm asking you for your details.
I know you're
You're
asking
currently on the property that belongs to police.
I
It
know.
shouldn't be. There's
Yeah.
no access to public here. Can I
Well,
ask
the gate
you?
was open.
Okay, can I ask you why you're here?
You can ask, yeah. My clients told me not to say anything.
Okay, who's your client?
None of your business.
Okay, so I'm again going to ask you, why are you filming in police property and police personnel and also police vehicles whilst you're here?
And I've answered that already.
Okay, I'm asking you why.
And I've answered that. My client said I'm not to tell anybody.
Okay, just detain this male here for me one second.
No, you're not detaining me.
Yes, you are.
No,
You
no.
are.
Exactly
You
where
are.
you
What are you
are.
detaining me
Until I can
for?
ascertain why you're on police
We need to
property
know what
and
you
what your
want, then.
details are. You'll say
Well,
exactly
you
where
need
you
to tell
are.
me why you're detaining me. Why are you detaining me? What section?
You're on police property,
What
fella.
section?
You
You can't-
shouldn't be here.
You've got. I've
You'll
got
say
to.
exactly where you are.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I won't.
What's your details?
I'm not telling you my
Okay.
details. You're either going to arrest me or you're going to let me go. That's it. That's the only
Okay,
options
in
you've
that
got.
case, you're under arrest under the...
Mr. Auditor does exactly what the law allows. Since there is no legal requirement for him to provide his personal details, he calmly refuses and makes his position clear to the officers. He simply says, "Either arrest me or let me go." That is not obstruction. It is someone exercising their legal rights. However, when the officers decide to detain him, they fail to explain the legal power they are relying on. Instead of identifying a specific law, they make vague references to him being on police property. At that moment, no proper legal justification is given. Only after deciding to arrest him do they mention Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Even then, the use of that power appears questionable, especially since Mr. Auditor had already complied with the earlier request to leave. The gate was open, the signs were unclear, and what could have been resolved peacefully was unnecessarily escalated. As a result of this unlawful handling, Mr. Auditor later received a £6,000 settlement that is a significant amount and suggests the police force chose to settle the claim rather than defend its actions in court. The irony is hard to ignore. The officer accused Mr. Auditor of trespassing even though he was already leaving, then demanded his personal details without clearly establishing a legal basis. In the end, the force paid thousands of pounds from public funds, meaning taxpayers once again covered the cost. These two incidents highlight a wider concern. In Matt's case, a female officer detained him under Section 43 simply because she claimed she felt uncomfortable with him filming outside a police station. Feeling uncomfortable is not a legal reason to detain someone. After searching Matt and finding nothing suspicious, she should have ended the encounter. Instead, she pushed him, interfered with his camera, and turned the situation into a personal confrontation. That is not professional policing. It is an example of authority being used in the wrong way. Throughout the encounter, Matt stayed calm and relied on his knowledge of the law. He understood that filming in a public place, even outside a police station, is perfectly legal. He also knew that personal discomfort does not justify a stop under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Despite being physically mistreated, he remained composed and later challenged the officers through legal action. Although he jokingly claimed he received millions, the real settlement was likely only a few £1,000s. As before, that money came from taxpayers, not from the officers involved. Auditor's case followed a similar pattern. He accidentally entered a police car park through an open gate with no clear signs and immediately left when asked. That should have ended the matter. Instead, another officer arrived, accused him of trespassing, and demanded his name and date of birth. When Mr. Auditor politely refused to provide his details without a legal obligation, the officer escalated the situation instead of resolving it calmly. The turning point came when Mr. Auditor clearly stated, "Either arrest me or let me go." He was not being difficult. He was simply exercising his legal rights. Rather than following the correct procedure, the officer arrested him because he refused to back down. Although Section 43 of the Terrorism Act was eventually mentioned, it was only cited after the arrest, not when he was first detained. That raises serious questions about whether the detention was carried out lawfully. The case ended with another £6,000 settlement, reached through a Part 36 offer to avoid a full court hearing. Instead of risking further legal scrutiny, the force chose to settle the claim. These cases serve as a reminder that when officers rely on authority instead of the law, the consequences often fall on the public. Taxpayers are left paying for mistakes that could have been avoided. When you look at both incidents together, the similarities are clear. Matt was peacefully filming in a public place. Mr. Auditor entered an open car park and left as soon as he was asked. Neither situation required a major police response, yet both escalated unnecessarily. Both men had their rights challenged, and both later received compensation after taking legal action. The real issue is not a lack of legal powers or resources. It is the failure to apply those powers with discipline, professionalism, and accountability. While financial settlements may provide some justice, they also highlight problems that continue to damage public trust. In the end, both Matt and Mr. Auditor achieved legal victories because they remained calm, understood their rights, and challenged actions they believed were unlawful. They demonstrated the importance of recording public interactions and holding authorities accountable when necessary. Ideally, none of this should have happened. The officers could have resolved both situations through calm communication and proper use of the law. Until that becomes the standard, similar incidents are likely to continue, with the cost extending far beyond money. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps this channel continue producing independent content. Also, be sure to visit Matt's and Mr. Auditor's channels, which are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.